So today is all about people's opinions of us, of ourselves and other people. And I'm going to let you in on what people say about me, okay? Because it's really, really important if we want to be able to step up our game, to live our life to the full, and to achieve our dreams in every way, we have to consider a new strategy of reacting to other people. Because at the end of the day, people will try to bring you down. People will try to maybe say mean things about you and your dreams. People might be saying that, why are you going for that dream? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to let go of that issue for that matter? It can be one of those situations where people are just trying to dictate your reality, and they're trying to dictate how you should be in this world. So I want to let you in on what people say about me, okay? This is going to be really fun because I've always had the thing of trying not to look at my reviews, but I do because I want to make sure I'm delivering at the very least on a functionality level on my apps, on my podcasts and everything like that. And also, I want to know what people are saying about my work. I mean, that can be quite important. I'm putting my stuff out there. I'm putting out all my audios, my videos. I haven't actually looked at my YouTube ones yet. Maybe I'll do an update on that. But I want to be able to talk to you about other people's opinions and why ultimately they don't matter. I'm going to say it straight, that other people's opinions do not matter to when it comes against who you are as a person, where you're heading, and what you want to achieve. So it's going to be really fun. So who wants to hear a few words about what people are saying about me? Who would like to hear some reviews what people have said about me? If you do, I will go ahead straight into them. Okay, I think people want to hear them. So I was looking back just about 10-15 minutes ago about this subject, about people's opinions. Oh, someone's saying Periscope is not working. So I'm not sure if people are hearing me on Face. I'm going to keep it running anyway, and I'm going to be able to check it on the replay. So sorry, Periscope people, if you're not seeing this, but I'm going to just put it out there anyway, and you'll be able to hear this on the podcast at another time. So I put my stuff out there to the world, and with doing so, you're going to get people saying things about you and your desires and your dreams. So I'm just looking at I know this is a bit back and forth. This is very new. I'm going to get over the glitches and see what's happening here. I think we're just going to close down Periscope if you can't. Okay, we're going to just keep it going anyway. Sorry about this, guys. There's a technical hitch. I want to make sure that everyone can get this information. So I put my work out there, and I knew the nature of doing so will cause other people to have an opinion on that. People will begin to say things about your dream and your vision. I mean, I'm sure that you have a dream, and maybe people have said certain things to you. So let's go straight into what people said about me. So Elizabeth said on one of my reviews, I find him strangely inarticulate, so his message gets lost in gobbledygook. So that's one. TJ says, each time the word relax is said, it made me want to punch him on the face. So that's another way. This person actually wants to punch me in the face. Jackie says, not hypnosis, just a guy who is redundant. So I'm a redundant person, right? So this is what people say. There's a great one. Nivian says, you suck, it's just bull, swear word, be repeated forever. Whatever that might mean. Sarah says, this is not Sarah, my PA, I hope. Sarah, if that's you, better not be you. Sarah says, I have a hard time keeping my vomit in. He's just so full of himself. Troy says, a con man that wants money. A lot of empty talk, no hypnosis. He likes to blow smoke and he wants to tell you feel-good lines. John says, the most annoying man ever to walk this planet. So I've now just won the award of the most annoying man to walk this planet. How awesome is that? And then Sareed says, sounds more like a small town radio station DJ, and a bad one at that. Talks nonsense in a weird, contrived accent. Very off-putting. App deleted. Well, Sareed, that's my voice. I mean, I can't change that. That's just who I am. So when you think about all the things that I just read out right there, people will say mean things about us. And that's okay. I mean, when I look at those, there's many more online, I'm sure you'll be able to find them, but there'll be many more of people saying things about myself, like my personality. And these are just some of the best ones. My accent, I can't help my accent, right? Making people want to vomit, that's a little bit of a strong one. But I really can't. So Alicia just said, what's happening? So if you just joined this, it might sound a little bit strange. So I just read some of my bad reviews. Like one of the best ones was the most annoying man to walk this planet. So there's lots of people's opinions coming at you all the time. And if you have a dream, and it's a big dream, and it's a big goal, then you will have to stand up for those. For yourself. You're going to have to still do it anyway. You're going to have to realize that other people's opinions are absolutely none of your business. And that's the key here. Other people's opinions do not have to dictate who you are as a person, who you are authentically, where you want to be and where you want to go. And at the end of the day, other people's opinions are based on their past experience. So each one of those people there, yes, that's their opinion, but that's only their subjective point. That's only something that they feel is true, okay? And usually, and here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Usually, people are saying these things through their own limitations. Now, I'm not saying that they are limited in every way or in a real negative connotation to that person. But what I'm saying is that those other people's opinions are based on their own judgments, and sometimes their own judgments are more about themselves rather than your dream, okay? So more people's... I'm going to turn this iPhone one off because it's definitely not working. So hopefully that's turned off now. Let's just see. Yeah, that should be turned off. So sorry about that, Periscope guys. You're going to have to jump onto with the Facebook crew. We've been doing this for far longer, but hopefully Periscope people, I'll get right back to you. But like I was saying, that people's opinions of you are only judged by their own perception and their past experience, and that is a limitation. The very nature of having a subjective viewpoint is that you're limited based on your past, present experiences in the world. This is not about you when they say something about you. That is only their belief system or their thoughts or their opinion of you, and that does not have to matter, and it absolutely does not have to be any of your business. Anyone who's made any big change in the world, I promise you there were doubters. I promise you they probably got hate mail, they tried to be repressed and all those things, yet they did it anyway. Why? Because they thought and they knew in their heart that's who they are and where they want to go. And I urge you to really not care about other people's opinions. Now, your brother, your mother, your sister, your children might be saying dad or your name or whatever role they're living in. They might tell you not to do something. They might try to restrict you, and it doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't mean that they're trying to hurt you on purpose, but what they're really doing is they're just basing something on their own opinion. That's all. And that opinion absolutely does not have to be your reality. Other people's opinions do not have to be your reality. Now, you may take them on. You may consider them. but you do not have to agree with them. You do not have to abide by them. You do not have to live by them. You just have to maybe understand them. You might just absorb them to a point, take on the good stuff, and then resonate with what you really want. That is what we have to do if we want to create a movement of change in our life. If people are saying horrible things about you, we have to create this foundation. And I'm going to give you a few ideas of how you can do this. I'm not just going to say, look, just don't pay attention, because I know it's hard. And trust me, I know it's hard because that's what I've been doing with my work. I put it all out there, and I hope that it's helping people. I didn't know in the beginning, but I did it anyway. And despite the bad reviews, despite other people's opinions of my voice and how I speak, my accent, even the way I look, all those things, people will say those things, but it's not going to stop me being my authentic self. If you have a dream, if you have a desire, if you have something calling within you that just fills you up with joy, or a challenge, or something which will allow you to live a life of meaning, which I really think when the meaning of life is just living meaningfully, to go full out and to really achieve your dreams, that's what we must do. We can buy into society. We can buy into what our mother or father says. Now, as I said, people have said this to me. Some of my friends did in the beginning. They thought, one particular one didn't think I'd make a living out of hypnosis. They just thought, it's just not going to work. It doesn't work that way. And my dad, who is the most amazing person in the whole world to me, who actually led me on this path, was very doubtful of my process of trying to put so much free content out there. And I understood his viewpoint. I mean, that was not negative at all. But I did what I wanted to do anyway. Despite if he was right, despite if I was right too, there's like two different paths, there's multiple paths, there's so many different types of things we can do. But you have to go by your own love for life and your own self-worth and your own passion. You have to do what is right for you. This is something that we have not been taught. This is something that we've been ingrained to pay attention to what people think you should do. We see it in the media. We see it in the magazines. So those trashy magazines or the reality TV show. I don't listen or watch any of those things. I did when I was younger, because why? It's all around us. We see it everywhere. If I look at the Facebook trend, and it's the most ridiculous stuff on there, which is nothing of value to me. Now, it could be for other people, but those media outlets, magazines, they may try to hold us back. They might try to get us to buy into the system. They might try to make us be a certain way, usually for money, usually for control of some sort. At the end of the day, they're businesses. The media is a business. So we have to pay no attention, because it's none of our business. Your business is on you. Your business should be on your desires. Your business is your self-development and whatever keeps you safe, which to me is education. Educating our mind and developing those foundations and just really putting ourselves out there to do and be who we need to be in this world. Right now, and we all know this because the media gets through everywhere, big things are happening around the world, and there's a kind of time where we must look for the helpers in the world. There's where we should look to ourselves and go, look, now is the time to live and to do what I desire, to live a life of emotional freedom, to begin to just live life in a way which gives us that meaning, which causes us to wake up in the morning and just jump out of bed. They're the type of things. I know, I promise you this, I wake up around 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m. every day. I can work late sometimes, but as soon as my eyes open, I am jumping out, and I don't feel like brushing my teeth sometimes, because I want to get out there and do what I do, because I'm so passionate about that. I want to just be me authentically. Of course, I do brush my teeth and do all those things, but there's that part of me going, I want to go out there and put my stuff out in the world, or to work, or to live life and do those things, regardless of what people think of me and my dreams or my desires. I am going to just become congruent in who I am. I am going to do whatever it takes to be me. If it makes me live and it makes me thrive, people, those in your life, will see someone happy. They might not see that person happy right now. If you tell them your dream, if you say, I want to be even free of an issue, and they go, oh, you've had that fear or phobia forever, you're never going to do it. Or you've seen many therapists, you've done all these things. Or you're going from one job to another job, when are you going to ever settle down? All those things. How are you meant to be able to make money? Because they're basing it on their own opinion. They're basing it on their own circumstance. And guess what? What they were told, who told them? Maybe society, maybe it was their parents, maybe it was their peers, maybe it was their teacher, all those things. They're just basing it on their past experience, based on their past education. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it does not have to be a reality for you. We do not have to buy into these opinions of other people about you. There's all about you. There's about you and your life. But the day you start to go, look, I'm going to take responsibility for all in my life. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I'm going to push beyond my comfort zone. I'm going to just hustle away. I'm going to do whatever it takes and just be me, go for my dreams, go for my desires. And although they might be still doubting you, you might even get some haters. However, they will do either two things. They will either see someone living to their potential, which gives them an example of how they can do that themselves, because usually they have had no example. And that's why they have that viewpoint. That's why they have that belief system. That's why they think that way. That's how their opinion was formed, because they've not been told otherwise. They haven't got an example of how they should be or what they should do. So they just carry on doing what they've always been told. They're just buying into that. So they're just repeating the process over and over again to those around them. But if you change, they will now see an example of someone who is living life to the full, going for their dream, even going through the stress of getting to that dream, because it can take hard work. With my personal business, I had to create over 200 hours of just free content. 200 hours, let alone let alone editing, let alone hosting, and all those post-production and pre-production, all those things, let alone any paid programs I might have. Even doing these things, it takes time, but it allows you to be you. If you want to be able to make that change, you make that change, and they see an example of someone being their potential and they go, I want some of that too. Now, the second thing they might do is this. They might carry on the hate. They might keep on saying the same things. But if you keep on doing what you do, they will either see an example still, or they won't be attracted to you anymore. They will just be out of your frequency. You see, when we are stuck in their opinion, you're operating from the same frequency, the same mindset, the same set of feelings that they feel. But as soon as you start to change your frequency of I can and I will, I'm going to do whatever it takes, I'm going to get to where I want to be, you're pushing your frequency up to your desires. You're matching the frequency of what you want in life, and then life begins to instigate in your favor and conspire in your favor. And by doing so, you have a separation, and that person is no longer attracted. They either just go on their merry way, or you're just so above that, not in just terms of egotistical stuff, I'm just saying in your goals and your dreams, you're operating from a different level, then there'll be no connection there anymore. So you got two ways, and I always hope for the first way because I want people to see an example of myself being how I want to be, and then they go, I want that as well, and I hope you get that from me. I mean, I'm only saying these things because I want you to be able to hopefully pick up some knowledge that I've learned over the years, or what I've learned from absorbing and reading so much and going on trainings, going on seminars, surrounding myself with people who've got what I've wanted. I did all that stuff, and I hope that you begin to pick that up as well. Because I think if you realize, and by the way, if you can buy into one opinion of anyone, please believe in the opinion that I have for you, and that is that you're worthy and you're good enough and you're capable to achieve what you want. You might be going through the hardest time in the world right now. You might be plagued with fear. You might have doubts and you might not know how to get there, but just realize that you have all the resources you need to do what you need to do. Unfortunately, we're usually focusing on all the things we don't want and attracting more of it. We just have to educate yourself. And I'm here to help you with that. I mean, check out all my free stuff. It's all free, nothing to do. You just download it, listen, absorb, and learn and grow. Take what you want and get better with each and every time. But just do whatever it takes. Even if it's not my work, you keep on searching for the answers. You keep on doing what you need to do to be authentically you, and to refuse to buy into other people's opinions, because those opinions of other people are only based on their past experience or what they were told, and how they were maybe surrounded themselves with other people who told them the exact same thing. We have to stand up. This is a time right now that I really believe that we have to surround ourselves with the right people. And I think that is one of the biggest keys if you want to make changes. If you've got people in your life, on the one hand, saying, hey, Joe, you can't do that. Hey, Joe, you'll never be able to make that dream. You'll never be able to do those things. And you've got those people on the one hand. What I'm going to do, I'm going to find people who believe in me. I'm going to find the one or two people who go, you know what, Joe, you can do this and I'm going to support you. If you need any help, just let me know and I'll support you in any way that I can. Or you surround yourself with people, even don't say that, but they're just living their life to the full, and you surround yourself with those people. You allow more people to enter your life, which will change your frequency and allows you to be who you want to be. That's what we have to do. We might have family members. We might have that mother. We might have that father. We might have that brother or sister. We might have that person who will say those things. But the key is, they can say those things. That's their right. I mean, we should never be offended by other people's opinions. It's none of our business. People say, oh, Joseph, what's your view on this religion or that religion or sexuality? And I literally go, look, it's none of my business. As long as people are doing good in the world and they're living life to their full and they're doing it with love and happiness and things like that and not hurting other people, they can just do what they do. Because we sometimes pay attention too much to other people's lives and other people pay too much attention on our life. We just have to be and know that, look, other people's opinions do not have to be a reality. So we allow, as I was saying, that if we have those people in our life, we add more people contrary to that belief, or those people who you want to be like, those people you want to model and you want to surround yourself with, those positive people, those successful people. If you want to get better at money, hang around with people good with money. If you want to be happier, hang around with the most happiest person you can ever find. If you want to be more confident, hang around with those confident and competent people. And to be honest, if you ask them for help, they probably will help you. Because everyone loves to be told that they're good at something. Everyone likes to be said, you know what? You are so confident. How do you do that? You're so confident. How do you do that? I think that's the most amazing thing that you're doing that. I wish I was like that. If someone if anyone has asked you that, you'd be like, wow, that's awesome. That person is seeing me for who I am. That person is seeing who I authentically am. So we ask those people, we surround ourselves, we hang around with those people until it begins to just nourish you. And then those one or two people who you may not want to escape because maybe they're your family members, it means less. You realize that's just their opinion. They can do what they need to do. They can be who they want to be. They can say those things. But now I know I've got my support group. I've got people who believe in me. As I said, I want to be your biggest supporter too. I want to be able to help you in any way that I can. I want to be able to give as much as I can, but we have to have this group, and I've always wanted that group, and I'm doing something with that in the near future, like a momentum group, or like a mind mastery, I've called it so far, where we actually stay connected together on a group level, where I can help you and you can help other people, you can ask questions, and we just begin to support each other. And it becomes like an online Facebook group. It becomes monthly calls where I get to speak to you and answer your questions, all those things. That's where I'm starting to head. I feel like that's a big calling for me, to be able to have more interaction with you. But at the end of the day, you have to be you. If you're not being you, then everyone loses. Because that person in your life is not being with the person who's not authentic. You have to be you, and when you be you, then you will transform them in the end. That's my firm belief. You will transform them in the end. They'll see, I might not agree with your goal. I might not agree how you even got there. I might have doubted you back then, but you know what? Ever since you started doing that, you look happy. So just be happy. And I think that's the key. We have to just be the example of who we want to be in this world. Be the proof that you can make a change. Be the person who's going to just love life and refuse to buy into those society's expectations, other people's opinions, all those things. We have to stand up, step up, and do whatever it takes. Add more people into our life, which will nourish and support us. If we be and do that, we begin to just radiate our desires. And when we start, as I said earlier, that person's viewpoint is here. If you start to be your viewpoint, you're changing your frequency. When you do that, you radiate what you want. And I believe whatever what you want wants you. So if you radiate what you want, that's going to be attracted into your life. If you believe in praying, those kind of things, if you believe in law of attraction, if you believe in just on a neurological level where the brain is geared and wired up to seek out more of the same, it all works. Whatever your opinion is, it doesn't matter. But the more you radiate your desires and act upon it with conviction and surround yourself with those who will support you, all those things, those other people will either cease to be concerned by them because you just realize it's their stuff and not yours. And because it's none of your business, you have no right in even engaging that opinion as truth. Because it's not truth. It's they could be right, they could be wrong. All I know is that if you want what you want and you're doing it out of love and you're doing it out of passion, you're doing it out of meaning, that is right for you. Because what those people may want for you might be right, but it's right for them. It's just their belief system, so it must be right for them. I mean, Henry Ford said, whether you think you're right or wrong, you're right. And there's the same thing here. Whatever their opinion is, that's their stuff. And you have no right to believe in their stuff or to buy into it. You just have to believe into what you want out of life and do that. I think that can be a huge instigation of change. That can be the thing. As I said earlier, if you just jumped on, I was reading some people's reviews about me, and I was just saying that, look, if you want to make changes in the world, if you want to be you, you're going to get haters, you're going to get doubters, you're going to get people putting their opinion right in your face, but it doesn't have to stop us. It hasn't stopped me, and I'm not anyone big in any way. I'm just someone who's trying to share some information to you through my own struggles and through my own experiences and my reading and my learning and so on like that. I just want to be able to share with you that other people's opinions do not have to be a reality. So I think I'm going to leave it there because I think I want you just to consider that. Are you operating from other people's opinions, or are you operating from your own personal truth? If you notice yourself operating from other people's opinions, now is your wake-up call to begin to surround yourself with those people who can support, love, and help you in any way possible. To reaffirm your own beliefs and your own opinions on your own life. When you do, you change other people. They see an example of someone being happy at the very least. So just radiate what you want out of life and act upon it with conviction. So I hope you enjoy it. We've gone on for 30 minutes now. So I was only going to be a short one. Sometimes I just like to speak and speak and speak. So have a most wonderful day, guys. And I really look forward to speaking to you soon. I hope you got value out of this. And always just know that you are worthy and you are good enough and you're capable. And for those Periscope users, I will figure out that glitch. I'm using my real old phone, which is all kind of cracked up and everything. So I think the software is all out of date. So I'm going to have to invest in probably another device somehow. So I'll try to get back on Periscope as soon as I can. I am actually going on a mini vacation tomorrow. My first year wedding anniversary. How awesome is that? 1 whole year. Yes! So I'll be going away tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be doing any of these because it's important to spend time with those who you love and to celebrate, really. So have a most wonderful day, guys, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.